The first one is called the 10 times rule, and that is basically this. You take your gross rents, which is what somebody pays you to rent out your property that you're buying. Let's just say that that is $1,000 a month. You times that by 12 months equals $12,000. So you can expect to collect $12,000 per year from rent. Now, this does not take into consideration vacancy, which I'll talk about that in the other calculation that we talked about. But what you can do if you wanted to do this on the 10 times rule is take into consideration you can take off 10% of that, and that's what most banks and most people use as the vacancy rate is 10%. So that usually, if you're in a good area, if there's a high demand for rent, usually you never get there, so it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, so it actually does work into your favor. But if you were to take the gross annual rents, 12,000, times it by 10 equals 120K. So if you can collect $1,000 a month, you can pay up to $120,000, and that's a fair deal. It's not a great deal, but it's a fair deal. And these are just to help you understand what might be a good deal. Not necessarily say you're getting an awesome deal. There's still a lot of things that you need to take consideration no matter what you're doing. If it's a single-family home, it's a multifamily, duplex, fourplex, whatever it is. You still need to do your homework, see when the last updates were done on the property. That's very important because that could cost you, if you got a 30-year-old property, the roof's never been changed on it, guess what? You're probably going to get left holding the bag trying to replace that roof, and that could be $5-10 grand easy. So you need to take that into consideration. You could say on this $120,000 property, say, man, it's going to cost me $10,000 to fix that roof. We need to take that off there. And you could also say, you know what, I need to consider a 10% vacancy. So take 12 grand off of that. So you take 120 minus 12,000 for the vacancy, that's 108, and then minus 10 for the roof, you're at 98,000. That may be a phenomenal deal for you in the market you're in. If you can get $1,000 a month, you need to fix that roof, take the vacancy off. If you get it for $98,000 to $100,000, that's probably a really good deal for you.